Okay, so here we are in river processing, and we're going to go into plot river layout and add chainage. Slightly awkward title, but and this developed from a long time ago. So here we are with all these rather complicated looking thing. Most of these things you don't need to worry about because these are now held, and I'll show you that in a minute. We can now, we don't need to browse to our watercourses. We've got the river centerline, we got the background maps, and this is the name of the DXF that's going to be, excuse me, completed when we want to. Lots of other things in here. We've got plot data from outfalls if you want to on the plan. It will do that. We could use the first chainage as the first section as the correct chainage, but we're saying don't do this unless you have a distinct reason for using it. We always use the first section is always a few meters up the watercourse, so we've put that little box in there, so don't normally do that. This box length adjustment means that it's about the rectangular box on the plot of the structures. We've set it to 80%. Very complicated calculation trying to work out the length of text and the length of box to accommodate it, so we put it at 80, but you can change that. And we're defaulting to now the short form 5-character chainage system there. We have seen the calculate side stream data in an earlier video, but it's worthwhile just looking at it. We've got the elements of the watercourse connectivity, and if we click on this, it's going to say yes, it's all there, and it's calculated the intersection of the streams with each other. Well, in the special route where you've actually been back, I'll just quickly go back to it in here, and we did data processing, and we used river reference and the side streams wizard. So look that up if you want to. Let's come back in here. So this is where you calculate it. If the bottom section on a side stream is more than 25 meters off, you can increase it to 50. It just looks further out to see where it is, and then directs the line coming in from the side channel onto the main channel and works out as best we can where it is. If we want to calculate chainages, so everything's set up for this. We can do a quick view plot. If you've got data ready and you're trying to figure out what's happening, there's a lot of data on this Tiverton OS map, and the OS map data, the DXF, is being read, and all the points are being simplified. There's no text, there's only really a few lines, but it's also putting in, if you've done this before already, it's showing you where everything is here. We can do a quick top left, bottom right window, and it will go and attempt to show you what is there. That's just a quickie. Once it's in memory, it's fairly quick to redo. We can look at any DXF plot as well, which let's see what comes up. Long section named river DXF. Unfortunately, this is very simplified. We haven't got the graphics capability in Visual Basic 6 to do a proper thing, but again, there is something there, and there we go. A very simplified plot of a DXF file. Let's go to calculate chainages. Here we are. It goes off, and again, it's finding all this, setting it all up. It's got using all the data that's available. Takes a few seconds, recalculating things, and it will eventually come in very quickly and allow us to, using this drawing here, to with some variables, if you want to change them, you can, or just default them. It just helps to plot the offset positions of this lot of the middle of the main dialog box here, structure, name, text size, and so on, and it attempts to position these as best it can on an either east, west, or north, south situation. So we're going to do that, and we can we're using all the rivers, and we're going to, now if you wanted to use Mike 11, you can do different things there. Don't normally touch that. We're plotting all the rivers and clicking OK. And you can see at the top here, there's text saying processing river X. Very quickly does it. And what it does, these lines, in fact, I could do it again if you didn't see that. Let's go back in and very quickly do this again, so that we can see the individual lines of the watercourses as they're calculated go red, and the text at the top changes position to changes the type of which river it is. So we're just going to very quickly do that again. Let it come in. Okay, here we are. Oh, we can also plot structure information at 45 degrees. That's quite an interesting little thing. If you've got a lot of overlapping text on a horizontal watercourse or even a vertical, you've got an option there. Plot it at 45 degrees, and that will reduce the overwriting. So here we are. Watch. There's the rivers going red on the main, the castle drain, and then the top right-hand drain, the A361 side drain. And this tells you here what's happened. You've got a plot, your plan plot, are present, everything is there, and we're not showing at the moment, and I'm not sure why not. We would normally look in here and you would see all the banks, walls and outfalls data is there. Now some of that is there here because I can see the outfalls are popping out there, but normally you would show the bank levels as well. Importantly, this sentence at the bottom, two-flow river centerline files also created. The incredibly complex outputs of the two-flow GIS connected to QGIS calculations and data are also produced there. Don't worry any more about that for the moment. So it now says we've got 77 processed. The the DAT file has been calculated. Whenever you do this, it will do that. And we're just going to open up the drawing file. Here it comes. It's in the background. I'm going to shut that one down. And here we are in Bentley View, or your AutoCAD file program. And so it's showing you what has been the basic DXF. This is as it's coming out of the box, if you like. And here I am with the default text positions and so on. A little bit of overwriting on the structures, but again that can be usually selected and moved out the way. So I thought I'd just show you all that stuff there. To create a final plan plot, though, you can do that any number of times you want. The calculate changes. We squeeze in effect, or we put in these variables up in the middle here into this list here. So in order to create text of a reasonable size, we might choose the lowest, see if it works. It will then go through a similar process, and it will attempt to show you what a plan plot looks like. It's not brilliant, but it is there. You then go back to your second green box down. It says now click to plot to selected scale, and it will then go back through the drawing system and the calculation system. So you don't need to do the create changes initially, because it's going to come in like this anyway and go through this process of magically doing all the calculations that we need. I mean, years ago we had to, all we could do was to have a DAT file, and we didn't have to scale up the river center line all the way up there to each cross section, write it down, then put a number by it, say section 121 is there, 122, and then input that into the DAT file manually. But we soon got fed up with that, and Bob managed to do this wonderful bit of software programming in here. So I'm just going to quickly run through it again. There's the calculations going on. That's the processing. And then it's appeared out there. We don't want to open it up. No. So that basically is the overview of this complete system here. Everything means something. A lot of it's defaulted. So good luck with it. Bye now.